big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, 56, Mike, 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And again this time to the tailback. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Donnelly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And take it right on the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready. 90, Wolf. Cover, fight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Let's go, baby.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bravo. On the ball. Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set. 18 Gator.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Under 10. Weapon. 10.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Coaching spell. Defense.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence steps away to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
At the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Donnelly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Ready, ready.
46. Yeah, let's get set.
Switch it. X3. 218. Chop. 13. Check 13. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The 20-yard line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 3rd and 5.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
We own them. We own them.
Boom, boom. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
from the gun. Donnelly. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Donnelly. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, McFarland, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Donnelly. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
15 line. 15 line.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, exit. Shoot.
On third down, Lawrence.
Something else, baby.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Donnelly looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Donnelly looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw. Lawrence going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. On first down, Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
At the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come, baby. Come, baby. Woo! Jump, jump. Light 50.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Cameron, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it to go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Okay, ready?
42. 42 is the mic. Go. Go.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw on second down, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check, check. Alert 3. Come on.
Operating from the gun, Donnelly. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
56, I'm here all day. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I got it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Donnelly. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Be ready, be ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I got one. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the out. Watch it.
Second and 10. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. From the gun, Donnelly. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Point after here coming up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
64, weak. Check 26 out.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
Hey, pick your game up.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air. because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set the tone,
Topper, shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll find Everett there, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Back to throw. And caught by Cameron right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
56 is the mark.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 4. Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Check. 66. Pull it. High. Crunch. Off.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Operating from the gun, Donnelly. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. On first down, McFarland. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Check. Lucky.
On first and 10, Donnelly. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now again, right side, McFarland. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
To throw on 3rd down, Donnelly. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And this one is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now this throw caught left side. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On first down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Let's go. 15, line it. 15 line.
Come on, QB, come on.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Snags it for the pick. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Broncos, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteeing my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on it.